From NBC5, this is the NBC5 News at 10.
Legal expert Thomas Glasgow now joins us to talk more about the case, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Pleasure.
Thomas, the first question I just want to ask you is, the jury deliberated for so long today. We finally heard from them around this evening with a question about the definition of manslaughter. What to you was the significance of that question?
The significance of the question is that when juries begin asking specific questions regarding points of law or regarding what they should do with regard to certain pieces of evidence, it means that they're refining their search. They're beginning to come to some sort of conclusion. That generally is what happens when you have a jury trial in this situation, when the jury begins to ask those questions of the judge.
And I would imagine that it's very likely that we could see a civil lawsuit in this case.
Absolutely. The fact that he's been found not guilty in a criminal trial does not in any way keep them from filing this civil suit, which I fully expect, much like what happened in O.J.'s case.
What do you think was the turning point in this case? Obviously, so much emotion is tied up in this case, but what do you think was the turning point in the trial?
You know, the thing that struck me about this case is it's not a whodunit. There was no turning point, and we knew who did what to whom. This case was a question of intent, and that intent never really manifested itself during the course of the case through the prosecution. And you never had that witness that got on the stand and said, oh my God, this is the person who did this, and the jurors began scribbling furiously.
And some analysts saying tonight that the prosecutors were too aggressive in seeking that second-degree murder charge. Your opinion on that?
I think it was charged appropriately. I don't think that they had the evidence at the onset to end up doing what they needed to do.
Thomas, thank you so much for joining us this
evening.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. And NBC5 will stay on top of tonight's late